Hi, I'm Miles Weston.
And I'm Kerry Phillips.
And this is the Set Piece Podcast,
where we talk about everything to do with football, mental health and well-being. Another week.
Yes, and another blessing. My boy, Manny Emmanuel. Come on.
How you doing, brother?
All good, man. Thank you guys for having me on, man.
No, thank you for coming, man. Thank you for coming. How was the journey?
Smooth, to be fair. Not too bad.
Yeah?
Not too
All
bad.
Good. That's good. How's things for you going for at the moment, man? How's football?
It's all right, man. It's crunch time, man. Business end of the season. We got 3 games to go.
Okay.
Fighting to stay in that playoffs. So
Yeah.
all to play for, man. 3 cup finals. But yeah, all good.
And I'm
Nice.
sure you've got the same.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's tight, but...
Hey, Miles, don't start throwing daggers while we're trying to
Aye,
speak. You know,
do you know
like,
what it is?
your brethrens first. Remember
I'm
that.
not
Your
going to
brethrens
lie,
first.
we're friends, but on the last game of the season, we won't be friends. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know the date of that? Do you know the date of that already?
25th.
Or something like that, yeah.
I need to come to
Something like
that.
Yeah,
I need to
something
come
like
to
that.
that. I need to come to that.
Yeah, so...
Game, man.
But the league's tight, man. But yeah, it's do you know what, it's surprisingly it's tougher than what I thought it would be. It's
Okay.
very, very competitive.
Yeah.
Some good teams in the league. So yeah, it's been a good season so far, I'd say.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into that a little bit later on. But like, Manny, talk to us. When did it start for you? Like, what age did football start for you?
From as young as I can remember, you know.
Yeah.
Always played in primary school. Played football before school, during school, after school. Like, there was always a ball at my feet. In terms of getting to a professional team, I signed for West Ham when I was 12.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So like, went on trials at Millwall, didn't really get in. They just kept me for a period of time. And then in year 7, played for the district team and then signed for West Ham and just started from there.
Have you always played in centre back?
No.
Okay.
So for my school team, I played centre mid or up front. And then for West Ham, I signed as a centre mid.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you was playing centre mid or up front for your teams before you got signed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say mostly centre mid, but
Yeah.
you know, school football, innit? You can
Yeah.
kind of do whatever,
Yeah,
like,
you can,
especially
yeah.
one of the better players in the team. So, but yeah, I signed for West Ham as a centre mid. Like, Patrick Vieira used to be my idol. I used to look up to him. So so that was me.
Go on.
Go on.
Now, I was gonna say, what Sunday league team did you play for?
Yeah.
I played for Saturday League Bethwyn. I don't know if you heard of them.
Because I know
Bethel
obviously you
Greenhouse.
grew up in Peckham.
Peckham, yeah.
Peckham, So, and was that local team?
Local, so they're Burgess Park.
Right, okay.
Okay.
So how did you get to the point of West Ham signing you? Like, obviously, you is it because you was playing for them or where did the traction come from?
So I played for South London District.
Oh yeah,
And we had a player who played for West Ham on our team.
Okay.
So he's named Jerry Amu. I don't know if you come across him.
No, I can't remember.
But yeah, so he played for West Ham at the time. So West Ham used to come and watch our games, and we had a few good players on our team. So then they called me on trial, went there, didn't get in,
Right.
and then came back to district, played there for a bit, and then they brought me in on trial on the second time, and yeah, I got in the second time round.
And what was that like?
When
Being signed for, say you're being signed for West Ham, like,
when I got signed, firstly, the first time when I went there, I was like, I can't, I wish, what's the word I would say? I wonder what it's like to play for a professional team.
right.
Like, I used to go there and idolize all the players. Like, imagine if I signed for this team. Like, I would get their kit. I'll get all the West Ham. You know what I'm saying?
Come
Get all
on.
the kit.
It's
I
big.
used to be like,
yeah.
I wish. And like, first time didn't get in. Like, I weren't as technical back then, innit? As a centre mid, I was just like raw, strong, fast, everything. And then Freddie Moncur, you know, George Moncur.
Yeah.
So
I know
Moncur.
Freddie. Yeah.
So he was the one that they were saying to me, like, you're not technical like Freddie. Like, you need to be as good as him to kind of get into the team. And I weren't, like, in training, they were doing all these technical drills. That weren't me, innit?
Yeah.
So then the second time round when they called me to come back in on trial, they said, all right, cool. And we're watching you in games and you're doing well. Let's put you in a trial game. So when I went back in on the second time, it wasn't just training. I went on trial and I played 2 games. I played against Crystal Palace and against Norwich, and I scored in both games.
Right.
So they were like, all right, cool, you're a game player. You're not really a training player.
Yeah.
So then they signed me from there.
And that was at 12.
That was at 12.
That was at 12. And
But you know what? I give them ratings for that, you know, because some teams will never do that.
Yeah, because
Do you know what I'm trying
when
to
you
say?
said that, I was like, oh, they realized that you're a game player, not a trading player, and they still.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's
that's
good
dope.
scouting. That's good scout to me. That's good. You're recognizing that some boys are better in training because some people are training players and they can't play in the game and don't do it in the game. Do you know what I mean? So I definitely commend them for noticing that and giving you a chance to sign there.
So when you was at West Ham, what did that feel like? You said like, oh, it might be a time where I'll be able to play, I'll get the kit and everything like that. When it actually happened, do you remember how that felt?
Amazing. The best thing ever. Like, I was excited, but it was kind of bittersweet. It was kind of weird. I don't know if you remember this, Wesley, when I've told you that my dad didn't really want me to play football. So
Okay.
when I got signed, it was like I couldn't tell everyone. In fact, I didn't tell no one except from like the people who played football with me in school, like my closest friends. And obviously, if you play at West Ham, then you know I play for West Ham. But except from that, like, no one knew. So it was just hush hush. So it was like I was excited that I played for West Ham, but I couldn't tell anyone. So it was a weird kind of.
Wow.
So how did you get there then?
So there was a scout, well, a coach called Jerome John,
Yeah.
who used to take me to training, but with my mum's permission. So like my dad didn't know I played for West Ham and didn't really want me to play football. My mum was the one who was just like, go on, son, like, enjoy yourself, give it a go, and so on and so on.
Boy, that's
that's
deep.
tough,
You know,
innit?
that's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can unpack that maybe later or whatever. But yeah, that was a weird sort of time.
Especially at that age as well, where like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like, when you're at that age, you don't even want to disappoint your parents. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, you get something and you can't even show that you're proud of it.
What did your dad want you to do? School?
Naturally, go to school, go to university, get a good job, look after your family,
Be a doctor
and
be a lawyer.
be a lawyer. That was the one for me. He literally set each and every one of you.
Where you
wanted to
from,
be this,
brother?
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All my Nigerian brothers, like when we talk, that's kind of like the same kind of thing. That's kind of indoctrined, if that's the word.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of in that you can't.
Literally.
You can't go in it.
It's only when you get older you really understand where that's come from, and you understand that he's doing it from a place of love.
Yeah.
Not as in like, oh, he didn't want me to play football because he hated me.
Yeah.
But it's like, for him, that's what he saw as security.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he wants you to have a good life, and that's his version of what a good life looks like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but you only understand that later on in life. But
Yeah.
back then, I remember my earliest memories of being in year 6, and he came into my primary school and said they need to take me out of the football team. That I sent him to school to play football. Why are you putting him on the school football team? And
Wow.
I got kicked out of the school football team in year 6, and then in year 7, he came into school again and told my deputy head teacher. I remember sitting in the office like just like this, bawling my eyes out, and he goes, "Yeah, I sent my son to school to play football. Take him out of the team. He's not going to be a footballer." And I was just bawling my eyes out, and he goes, "But he wants to play football." And he turned around to my assistant head and said, "Look, when a baby's crying, they don't know what they want. You're the adult, you know what's best for them. Like, they might want chocolates, and that's not what's best for them. So just because he's crying,
So
he doesn't know what's best for him. I'm doing what's best for him as an adult."
So he was just on academics basically, and getting as much grades, as high grades as possible, and just following the plan basically.
Literally, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes it's as you said, Manny. Like as we get older, we realize that for our parents, for some part of it, they're only going on what they think
It's best,
and what they're kind of been told as well. Because my boy Raphael, shout out Raphael, I remember him saying to me that like no, it was Fifi. Sorry, it was Fifi. He said to me that like he's there telling, when he was younger, he couldn't tell his dad that he wanted to be a footballer. Couldn't tell his dad, he wouldn't be supportive. But now he's taking his grandchildren to football, and he's like, yeah, go and be a footballer. And he's like, if I had the same kind of like pathway that you're giving them, it could have been a different story. Do you know what I mean?
So when did he find out? How old was you?
Yeah.
So I was 16 when I got offered my scholarship.
Okay.
And then
So that was the deciding factor, because he obviously wanted me to go to college naturally, and I was like, I want to play football, and I was like, this is an opportunity that I can't throw away.
Yeah,
Like, it's quite as a deciding stage. So we came to a compromise that I could play football. Rest of the boys done what is it called, the
NVQ, yeah.
But I had to do. I went to college, so separate from them. I went to college and I done A levels as well as play football. So I went
Okay.
full time
Wow.
A levels
Wow.
and training. So I done maths, biology, and physics.
Wow.
Okay.
But that was to like please my dad
Yeah.
to accept that. All right,
And-
cool. If football doesn't work out,
And where, how often did you have to go to college? What was your
every day.
what?
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Oh
the
my
reaction.
days.
I haven't got my schedule. I should have sent it to you guys before, man. But yeah, exactly.
You had to go college every day.
every day.
And right. So
And then it was almost like college was 5 days a week and football was around college. So I was missing out. I would miss out Monday training because I had a full day of college on a Monday. Because on a Monday you don't do much in it. It's
Yeah.
like you play a game on a Saturday or whatever, recover on a Monday. I would train two days with the team and one day one-to-one session, and I'll do my gym 1-to-1 as well. So like I would have lesson in the morning, get on the minibus, get taken to training, have training, quickly rush off the training, shower, get back to school, finish all my lessons, get back to training, do my gym by myself, and then go home. So like I'm starting my day mad early to get to college, and then I'm finishing and getting home at like 7 because I lived in South London, and then trekking all the way from West Ham. So yeah, it was
ain't that like Rush Green? Where's
Rush Green. Yeah,
Where's
yeah,
Rush
yeah.
Green?
I was Rush Green, and I went to Robert Clack, which is like walking distance from Rush Green.
Oh, that perked up Julius's interest. Well, I see Julius just work out. Okay, yeah, that's
I'll
mad.
even try and find this one.
Yeah, you need to find that schedule.
That
because that
schedule's
sounds
out,
that sounds
I've never heard
outrageous.
that. I've never heard someone do that. You know, that's the first time like I've heard that someone's doing full time college and basically part time football.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
That's mad.
It's normally
and at a professional club.
yeah, because normally you do like I remember my schedule was college Monday morning,
Yeah.
afternoon would you go football after and that, and then Thursday I think is all day college. They're the only 2 days we used to do.
So that was my. So I had to,
That is ludicrous, bruv.
yeah.
That's ludicrous. That just reminds me of college. That is, bro. That is college.
Oh, I can only see 2 footballs there.
Yeah. So only 2 days in a week that I was training with the team. And then I would do like an individual tactical session or whatever it is with one of the coaches.
What did West Ham think of this?
So
Yeah.
West Ham wanted me to play full time, obviously, but they understood my dad's position as well.
Yeah.
And this was the compromise to still have me, because like prior to this, I was like doing really well, like with the academy.
Yeah.
I played 21s at the age of 15. They were like really, really pushing me. Like,
Okay.
So they were thinking, okay, this guy's got a chance at the first team.
Yeah.
Shout out you,
back
man.
then.
Yeah.
Shout
Trust
out
me.
you, bro. Because that schedule is mad. Like that's crazy. And at that age as well,
That's tough.
that is tough.
That's tough. That's tough.
But that was all I knew. So I just, like when it's all you know, you don't even see it as anything.
Yeah.
I'm
get on with it.
gonna ask this question, but I know what you're gonna say. You passed, obviously,
What?
all your exams.
That's a good question, because first year, I got offered at the end of the first year, I was doing really, start of first year, I was doing really bad because I weren't training all the time, innit? So I went
Yeah.
from being a star boy to not even playing in the team. So then I had a little pickup moment midway through towards the end of the season, and they ended up saying, you know what, look, you actually need to make a decision if you want to play football or if you want to do your studies.
Oh wow.
So after first year, I had to literally decide, is this what I'm going to do, and try and get my professional contract? Because I said, if you keep going this way,
You're not gonna get it.
you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
And they said, you can always do your academics, you can always go to uni, but you can't always play football. So
Wow.
at that age, I had to say, you know what, like, so I dropped out.
What did
after
your
first
dad
year.
say?
I think that might be the mental health section. What did he say though?
Nah, I'll say he wasn't happy, but at the same time, like, we'll get to the stage now where he kind of said, like, this, I always wanted you to get good grades, but now if he can see that football's doing well, see that I'm being offered this and blah blah blah, so he said, cool, now you want to play football, I'm going to give you my 110% and support you.
Right, that's big. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
Big up.
Because you know what?
So-
Sometimes it's like, so obviously I'm not a parent, so you got
Yeah, both,
right.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes it's one of those ones where until you can see what it is, that's when I can actually give you a cosign. But right about now, I'm actually going to show you that you need to do this because this is what I know. So shout out Pops for actually doing that, man, because like we do know that some parents are stuck in their way and they're not
100%.
They're not going to show
I
that.
said, like, he's doing what he thinks is best for his son, isn't it?
100%. Yeah.
And especially if your dad don't come from like a football background, like he's not gonna be like, oh yeah, go play football. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it, I understand
And
it.
just to be quite frank, like when you think about our parents coming over trying to make life and stuff like that, and think of our grandparents and stuff like that, like these are all things that are instilled in us now because we're like naturally like, no, we've got to continue a legacy. We've got to make sure, and they only want the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then at West Ham, you got your scholar, right? And then the question I have to ask is, who was around you? What kind of players that we would remember that were around you at that time?
Josh Cullen.
Yeah.
Reece Burke.
Okay, yeah.
Reece Oxford played up to our age. Reece Oxford?
Yeah.
So was he your age?
No, he was 2 years younger, but he played up.
Oh, okay,
Wow.
okay.
He even
okay.
played up past that. He was playing up to like 21s and then first team. Oh, he was good, man. Real deal. You had Declan Rice, same age as Reece Oxford.
Yeah.
He played up to our age.
Yeah.
So wait. So Oxford was younger, and how much younger? How old?
2 years.
2 years younger, and he played up, and Declan Rice played your age.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
okay.
both of them were the same age. Declan
Yeah.
Rice and
Reece Oxford.
but Reece Oxford was ahead of Declan Rice. So Reece Oxford was playing like 21s.
Yeah.
But then Declan Rice would play 18s.
Okay.
Okay.
But they're young, but they're like, what,
But they're
16?
2 years younger.
Yeah,
they're
16s.
16s,
Okay.
So at the time, was Oxford deemed more promising than Rice?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. And
Wow.
rightly so. Reece Oxford was...
He was though, but you could sell that.
Yeah.
You could tell that. At 16, that debut, was it Arsenal?
yeah.
That debut was
That-
he was crazy,
craziness.
yeah,
He ran
yeah.
that game.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
What
Like, but,
happened?
And he was a centre-back.
I don't
Oh,
know
he was
what
a centre
happened.
back.
He was a centre-back and they put him
Played
centre
centre
mid.
midfield, yeah. I've seen a
He ran
podcast
it.
in
And
it.
that's similar to what Rice as well. 'Cause
Yeah,
Rice,
yeah.
Rice was a centre mid, went back to centre-back and then came back to centre mid.
But I see a podcast with Reece Oxford explaining that whole melee of his experiences at West Ham and how highly they thought of him. I just think he made the wrong decisions. I think
Right, okay.
that's what I got from the pod.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But he had talent. He was
Definitely talented.
unreal. He should have definitely played at a higher level for longer. Definitely.
So was you still playing centre mid with West Ham?
No, so I got put back to centre-back, I would say 14s.
Okay.
14s, 15s, yeah.
What was the transition like for you then?
It was naturally smooth because I would say when I was centre mid, I still wasn't as technically gifted compared to the rest of the centre midfielders there.
Right, okay.
And I was just more raw pace, like more, naturally stronger, faster. And I remember we had a training session and we had a new coach, and I didn't check my shoulder, and I kept in the whole session, I kept turning into players, and then I played a game against Fulham on the Saturday, and I just had a bad game in centre mid. And then after that, he goes, you know what, let's try you centre back, and then played really well in centre back. And then since then, I've never looked back.
That's good that he giving you a chance to play
Of
somewhere.
course,
Yeah.
of course. A lot of players that start one position, they usually move, especially when you're young.
Yeah.
So what age did you leave West Ham?
I left at 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the reasons for that? You don't have to go into
No. You can. It was a build up. So we had a new academy director when I was 18. So when I was a first year scholar, I think he came over, and he basically Reece Oxford age group. He gave all of them a 5-year contract, or is that not 3-year contract or something like that. Loved them. This is his golden age, and then the rest of us, he really wanted to get rid of us. So with me, I thought he was kind of racist. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Like, when I first met him, so I didn't have a British passport. I had a Nigerian passport. So when he got introduced into me, he was going around to every single kid, and he shook my hand and was like, "Oh, this is the passport boy."
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying? Like,
crazy,
and that
yeah.
was the first ever time I'm a kid, you know? It's the first time I was like, why are you treating me like that? Like, why are you addressing me
like
as
that? Yeah.
The passport boy.
In
yeah.
front
passport boy?
in front of everyone.
Yeah.
But then it makes it think that it's acceptable to call you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like all through the scholarship, he would make like sly comments like, "Oh, like to the black guys, oh, where do you eat your dinner? What do you eat your dinner? Sat down watching the TV." And then we'll ask, and we were like, yeah, we just do that all the time. And then we ask the white kid, oh, where'd you eat your dinner? Oh, at the table. Oh, yeah, that's the proper stuff. Oh, that's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can just, like, little comments and how he treated you, like the things that you can't fully explain. But I just felt that he was racist and he wanted me out. And with a lot of us. But then, cool. So I was a first year, and when you, like the first team, whenever the first team will play with against a team, they would get either the youth team or the 21s to act as opposition. So if they're playing against Man City, shape work, your mannequins, your Man City, whatever. So he just used to avoid like me training with the first team. So whenever the 18s would train with the first team, I would train with the 21s. Whenever the 21s would train with the first team, I would train with the 18s. And I'm just like what is the agenda?
What have you done?
What have I done? This is when everyone's trying to get a pro contract and everything as a second year. And then eventually, both of I think the 21s had a game, so the 18s had to train with the first team, and I trained with the first team, impressed them, done well with them, and they were like, "Who's this kid? Like, who is he? We don't know much about him. Like, he looks good. Let's see him again." So I went back and trained with them the second time. Trained with them like 2-3 times after that. Training against Andy Carroll, just come back from injury. Yeah. Done well against him. Like, right, he's competing in the air. This is Sam Allardyce. And then randomly, I'm playing for the 18s because he's the 21s. He's ahead of the 21s. He's the academy director. He didn't let me play 21s. Like, he just pushed me down with the 18s. You're not playing 21s. I'm playing for the 18s and I get brought off at half time. I'm like, why am I getting taken off at half time? And then they go, the first team wants you on the bench on for the game on Saturday, tomorrow, or later on, whenever it was, innit? Yeah. Like, get your stuff, you need to go. I'm like, what? So then I got with the first team and sat on the bench, done well with them in training and whatnot. So then they offered me my pro contract. I'm supposed to negotiate my pro contract with him. But this guy didn't like me so much, he didn't want to negotiate with me, like with my agent. So I ended up negotiating with the assistant manager, who was Macca at the time, Neil McDonald, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Ended up negotiating with him, sorted out my contract now. And like, I was training with the first team all the time, but then I would play games with the 21s. But he didn't want me in the 21s. But the first team said he has to play with the 21s. So I would train with the first team, play with the 21s, train with the first team, play with the 21s. I was under like Sam Allardyce's blanket because he really liked me. As soon as Sam Allardyce left in that summer, I was supposed to be I got put in the Europa League squad for the next season. I was basically felt like I was a first team player in it, there all the time. Season finishes now, we qualify for Europa League, Sam Allardyce gets sacked or he left, whatever's happened to him. Next season, we get Slavan Bilic. I'm back down with the 21s now. This is my first year of my pro, and I'm with this guy, the academy director. So I'm just like, my life is hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm doomed. Like, I need to get out of here. So like, I've gone from playing with the 21s all the time to not even starting, not even being on the bench. Europa League squad, he put his son on the bench instead of putting me. We didn't even have a centre-back on the bench. He purposely didn't want to put me. So then I said, you know what? I just need to get out. Like, I just need to get out. And like, so then Brentford came in for me. And I left. But he was the main reason why.
The main reason why you left.
Yeah, I left.
That's
Very
crazy.
Long story, but
That's mad. Mad.
That's and it's sad because how many more other stories are there?
Oh yeah. Like, obviously, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
In the one, like, there's loads of players that's gone. Not just stories like that. Different stories.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, and so I'm not surprised that there's people like that. It's not even in football, it's in the world, bro. That's the truth. Like, so
I think what's sad about it as well is that, sorry to interject, is that, like, imagine how many players there are that maybe their career ended.
Facts.
Because of that. You've managed to have a career. Do you get what I'm saying? You've had a footballing career, but how many people at that age haven't had a career off of that? And
I always say that football is never what you know, it's who you know.
Right.
Because my thing is, you just said that he put his son on the Europa League. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mad.
Do you get what I mean? So obviously, no, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm doing that too.
You're the reason, bro. You're the reason why this is like that.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, you gotta give your son a little bringing. But what I'm saying is that happens a lot. That happens a lot to players, and that it's tough, especially when you're going through it and you see it happen. Not even just to you, there's probably teammates that we in our career we've seen things happen and we're like, raw, like, geez, this is tough. Do you know what I'm saying?
It is, yeah. That just sounds like, and we're gonna get into that actually
Of
because that's
course.
something we definitely have to speak about.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
your time at Brentford, you was there for a year, was that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a year and a half.
How was that?
So good, man.
Serious?
Yeah, probably the most pivotal part of my career, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Brentford. I learned the reason why as to why I was doing everything I was doing. So
Okay.
we had a manager called Fleming Peterson.
Yeah.
He's now the global director for Right to Dream.
Okay.
I don't know if-
Okay, the
Right to
is it
in
Ghana?
Ghana,
Yeah.
and they've got 5 places in.
Oh, I'm sure I saw that recently. I don't know if Elliot Cox go to that? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, sorry, go on.
And he was just, bro, unbelievable, bro.
Mm.
The amount of detail that he went to in football. I actually learned football at Brentford. Like before then, at West Ham, I was told to do things. Oh, why do you do it? Oh, check your shoulder. But he actually explained the whole philosophy behind football as to how he wants to play, why he's doing this. So it's like I could play every single player's position on the pitch. I know what every single player needed to do. Obviously, I don't have the talent to do it because I'm not a flary winger, but I knew what was required from every single player and why they were making that movement.
Yeah.
What it was going to do to the opposition. It was unbelievable, bro. Like before training, we would have a classroom session every day before training where we would watch, analyze, and do like football philosophy, like learn about
That's
what
sick.
we're doing.
That's
Bro.
top. That's top.
So would you then learn? Would you then be able to learn like? Would it help you defensively when you're coming up against maybe wingers and stuff like that, or attackers? Because you kind of learn in the positions of everyone.
Yes, and when I say it goes into so much detail, as in like which direction you need to turn your body. So like if the ball goes over your head and you're facing one direction, he wants you to turn a particular way. If you turn the other way and you get the ball, he's still not happy. There's so many times where I've done that and he's screaming at me, Manny, you're getting the ball, you're getting away with it at this age because you're bigger and stronger and faster than anyone. But when you're playing in the first team and you're playing at the highest level, that's what he's training you for. You won't get away with it. Like, but yeah, that was so much detail, man.
It's interesting about detail because if you look at like Claude Makalele, yeah, like he was one of the smallest on the pitch, but he just knew where to be. Like, and even with certain defenders, as they got older and they lost their pace, just because of their positioning, they just you look at that, they just knew where to be. They just knew what they were doing. Thiago Silva, like those men there just knew what they were doing.
I just think football now is detail. You're seeing it. It's tactics, isn't it? So it's.
Do you think there's more detail now than there was?
Way more detail now. Way more detail. Way more instruction. I think it's a good thing and a bad thing.
How difficult is that?
I just think. Do you know why I say that? Because you don't see many footballers that are free. When I say free, like not many people can express themselves.
Yeah.
Like you have to do what the manager says, or this is the game plan. You have to stick to the game plan because if you come out of this game plan, then it's going to mess up the whole thing. Yeah. But as I said, it's a good thing and a bad thing because I feel like more footballers can play in these system things. Yeah. But it's a bad thing if you're a expressive person because you can't even express yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
How? Go on, you gonna?
No, I was gonna say like with that is like as a manager, like you create a system to get a certain output. So it's like computer work. You need to guarantee to the bosses, to your employers, that this is the result I'm gonna get. So if you have a style of play, every single player needs to follow it because if you do this 100%, 100 times out of 10 times out of 10, you're more likely to get result 8 times out of 10.
Right.
But if you're an expressive player and you want to do your own thing, that's when you fall out.
That's why. That's
so
why.
as a manager, it's on them to put the system in place to guarantee results.
So that move there, did that set you up in terms of your career going forward, in terms of like understanding the game and stuff like that?
Yes, definitely. Like when I played for Brentford, I honestly felt that I could play in the Premier League. Yeah. Like you could put me in any team and I could play. And that was the confidence that he filled me with and the game understanding and knowledge that I just felt like I was ready. And even when I went out on loan to League Two, I was just like, I'm better than this, which is quite kind of arrogant, but I was just like, like I'm ready to go up. Like I want to play in the first team and I want to play
Because you went down, was it to Cheltenham?
Yeah.
Yeah, to Cheltenham. What was the difference in terms of level of football? In terms of, did you have to adapt to that?
Yeah, definitely. I would say B team football. It was just more tactical. So passing football and everything, like quite friendly. But then when you went out to Cheltenham, we were scrapping. We were fighting for relegation.
Right.
So as soon as I went there, they were rock bottom in Christmas time, and we signed a few players. Will Boyle.
Can't remember him now.
Okay, centre back. Sorry, signed a few players, and we ended up surviving relegation.
Right.
But it was just a fight, literally game after game. There was no like reverse passes and breaking lines. It was literally long ball, head it, clear, defend. Long ball, head it, challenge, defend. Like the whole 6 months.
And how old was you at that time?
19.
So you was
19.
quite young still. You was young still, man.
I
Jeez.
have to ask this because I don't think we've spoken to anybody talking much about relegation, right?
Yeah.
A fight like, what is that like when it's like the pressure is on, like you can't get relegated, but more so being at the back,
Yeah.
like, because I'm sure that if you're in a relegation fight, correct me if I am wrong, but a lot of the time you're getting attacked consistently,
Yes.
and you've got to switch on all the time. What's that like?
100%. It was relentless. It was tiring. Like I was preparing for games from like 2-3 days before, like mentally, physically, like saving myself to be like, I need the energy to get through this game.
At 19.
And it was honestly tough. Like we had a manager, what's his name, man? Gary Johnson. And he's
Gary Johnson, the Bristol City one.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. So his team talks was geeing you up for war. He weren't. It weren't like it was like baptism for fire. He was like telling you, "We're going to war. Like, look at your teammates. Is he gonna go to war with you? We're going to take his head off. We're gonna fight."
Wow.
Like, that sort of.
You have to G people up like that, innit?
Yeah. That's what he was.
But my
on.
thing is it's good that Manny experienced that type of football.
Yeah.
Because it prepares you for any type of
Yeah,
football. You've had the technical and tactical side. Now you're in men's football where it kind of shapes you to be a man. So I think going on loan is amazing for youngsters. You have to.
100%. And even like the feeling of knowing that if you get relegated, it actually affects people's lives. So like people lose their jobs and everything. You're playing for livelihoods. So it was deep, man. It was deep.
So I'm gonna jump to Dagenham because Dagenham started with a loan first before signing permanent.
Yeah.
How did the loan move to Dagenham come around?
So the loan move to Dagenham is I signed for Rotherham after leaving Brentford instead of going back out on loan because they wanted me to go. They signed me on a new contract, wanted me to go back out on loan to League Two, but I was kind of arrogant and I had a mindset that I've done League Two, even though I hadn't. I just survived relegation.
You know when you're young.
Yeah,
I've done it.
Yeah, I was like, I've done League Two, so I wanted to go League One. So they said, all right, cool. Rotherham are interested in taking you on loan, but they want to see you first. So like, go there on trial. So I went to Rotherham on trial for a loan. That's unheard of. I don't know if you've done
I
that
haven't
before.
heard that before.
Literally. So then they saw me after a week, and the manager just said, you know what, like I really like you, and if you were my son, I would tell you to go back out in League Two and carry on playing games. But I don't want you on loan. I want you on a permanent. If I could sign you on a permanent, I would sign you on a permanent. You're someone I see for the future. Like if you were coming here on loan, on trial, I would have signed you on a 3-year contract, etc., etc.
Right.
So I ended up signing there, permanent.
Yep.
I don't even know how that happened, but they managed to push that through. But he just said, you know what, you're one for the future. You're not really gonna play now. So I went back out on loan to Cheltenham second time. Didn't do as great. They got promoted to the champ, so I didn't get into the team. And then he said, all right, cool, you need to go out on loan again. The league closed, and it was only National League I can go out on loan to. So then Dagenham came in, and I went to Dagenham on loan.
And what was the experience like with Dagenham then? Like, because now you've dropped down another level. What's that like? Actually, we can do the mental side of things afterwards, actually. But like, yeah, what was that like going down to Dagenham?
So I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go. So I thought I was good enough to play in League One and like a year ago. But I've had a year and a half of not playing really. Like a year or a bit on not playing, where this is the first time in my career that's ever happened to me. People messaging you saying, oh, like, Manny, why aren't you playing? Why aren't you playing? I'm just like, all of that stuff anyway. So then when the league closed, went out on loan to Dagenham, and I was like, I went through a bit of depression through that period, like doubted myself, questioned, am I still good enough to play football? do I still really want to do this? I'm away from family and friends, living in Rotherham by myself. So when I signed for Dagenham, and Peter Taylor was the manager at the time,
Oh wow, yeah.
after my first game with them, he messaged me like a long message saying something like, "You're an unbelievable player. We're so glad to have you. What a debut that was." And honestly, that message
Shout out Peter Taylor.
Big up Peter Taylor, man.
lifted me, bro.
Yeah.
Because prior to that, I was questioning a lot of things. I didn't want
Yeah.
to come to National League. What am I even doing in National League? I'm a league player, all of this stuff. Like, am I even good enough to play football anymore? So when he messaged me that, and then how the Dagenham fans received me and how much love they were showing to me, picked me up, man.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, like, Dagenham will always have a place in my heart, because at my lowest, one of my lowest points in football,
It helped you get back.
they helped me get back. Massive.
So then I'm assuming that
Massive.
you jumped at the chance where you can sign permanent then.
Yeah. I signed permanent. I did because I was enjoying my football. Even when Scunthorpe came in for me, I didn't want to sign there.
Did you not?
No, like they came for me during COVID.
Yeah.
You were there at the
Yeah,
time.
oh, that's when I just went to Dagenham, yeah.
They came for me during COVID, and then they offered me a decent contract, and I was like, I'm actually happy here. Like, my mental is good. I'm back in London. My mental health is good. Like, I'm in a good place. I don't really want to sign for these people, even though they're in the football league. I've played in the football league, so I'm not really chasing that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, my whole perspective on life changed around this period of time. So I said, you know what, like, I'm calm here. But then they offered a decent offer that I couldn't. Not that I couldn't really. I could have turned it down, but it just made sense.
Yeah.
Like, with relocation and everything. So I said, you know what, cool. Like, I'll go back up there.
Because it's funny because I didn't know you back then, but I came to watch my friend play because he was on loan at Scunthorpe, Anthony Grant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Judgy was on loan from Swindon at the time. And I remember I drove to Scunthorpe, and that journey was absolutely ludicrous.
Mad.
Bruv. I said to him, bro, what are you doing up here? This is nuts.
It's in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
Bro,
Scunthorpe.
it was
Oh no, it's the side of
It's the side of Doncaster.
Doncaster. That's it. Yeah.
So it was like I was driving for time, and then when I got there, I just the area was just so like, what's the word I'm looking for? It was just. It just felt like it's a world of its own. It felt like they had their own currency, bro. It's kind of like Bellingham, where I would do the work that we do now. You know, like Bellingham, it's got a world of its own. But like, I was just like, how do you deal with that? But in the same respect, what I did like about it, it seemed a lot more slower paced than what we're doing with London. Like, did that help you in that area, or was that one of the things of where it's just like, you know what, like, because like, the reason why I'm saying that is because we're from South, innit? So we're constantly seeing and hearing sirens 24/7. Do you know what I mean? What was that like, transitioning, going down to somewhere like that Scunthorpe a bit more?
Yeah, so I actually lived in Doncaster, like half an hour away from Scunthorpe.
Right, okay.
But it's similar, and every time I moved out of London, I felt like it's just peaceful.
It is, innit?
So I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Can't lie.
So you was there for 2 years.
Yes.
And with regards to Scunthorpe, we've seen that you've gone back to Dagenham. So, man said, I enjoyed it. It was peaceful. But when it came back home, how did that come about?
Our manager got sacked, and we got a new manager, Keith Hill, and I think he's bipolar. I don't think that might be public knowledge. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
But some days he will come in and he will love you off, and then other days he'll just be screaming his head off.
Right.
And I was coming into the last 6 months of my contract, and I just had my son like a few months ago, and I remember like we're obviously searching for security this time, so I went into the office and I knocked on his door and I said, like, Gaffer, like, I'm coming to the last 6 months of my contract, and I want to know if the club are interested in renewing. And I just went to him as on a man-to-man thing, because he's also got kids and he's an ex-footballer, like he gets it, not even agent-wise, just on a man-to-man, like, and he was just mad weird with me. He was just like, oh, what? So are you forcing the club to give you a contract? And I was like, no. I'm just asking a question. Because I think there was other interest at the time. So I was just asking a question just to know where I stand. And then after that conversation, my agent like got chatting with him, and Barrow were interested, wanted to sign me. Stevenage sniffed for a bit, and then it died off. So then he was just like 1 minute he said, okay, cool, that's fine. But then he just started moving weird with me. Didn't really, just acting weird with me and all of this stuff. And then the club's now saying, oh, they need to pay 100K for you to go to Barrow. I said, I got 6 months left on my contract. I'm a centre back. Why would they pay 100K for me?
Yeah.
They just need to wait 6 months. Like, why are they going to do that? It doesn't make sense. And then same time, Dagenham came in for me. And then he goes, oh, you don't want to go back to National League, do you? Morecambe came in for me as well. Morecambe were in League One at the time. But they didn't even tell me, but I had to find that out later. I was like, oh, you don't want to go to National League? You don't want to go to National League? You're better than that. Like, taunting me sort of thing. And I was just like, I just wanted to know where I stand in it.
Yeah.
But anyway, cool. They said to Barrow 100K. Barrow said, we're not gonna pay 100K.
Of course not.
Like, it
Why would
doesn't
you?
make
6 months?
sense. We'll just wait 6 months,
Yeah.
like, till his contract finishes. Barrow even asked for installments, I think, and they were like, anyway, cool. So the transfer window closed, and he was just making things awkward. And for me, it's like, I think you might have even told me this statement. Go be somewhere you're appreciated, not tolerated.
Yes.
Yeah. And obviously, you've told me this now, but that's how I literally felt then. I'm just like, I don't want to be somewhere where I'm not wanted.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like he wanted me, and the club was kind of fighting relegation at the time. So I said, you know what, like, Dagenham is my happy place. Like, back in London, I know the fans really like me there. They helped me at that lowest point of my career. I still love them.
Yeah.
So I signed for Dagenham on a 2.5-year deal.
That's
I came
brilliant.
back.
Because imagine you're being somewhere, and then the same place that rescued you before gives you a space to come back. It's so good to be able to.
It is, and that's why. And how old were you at this? How old was you at this time, Manny, when you went back to Dagenham?
I want to say 24, 25.
But you know, like, it's experience. You're getting into the age of, you've experienced a lot of different managers, a lot of different things. So you're more wiser in making decisions now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, as I'm not saying you wasn't wise when you was younger, but it's like learning on the job.
Yeah.
Now you've had a couple moves, you've been at a couple places and experienced different managers. So now you would know, okay, cool, I'm going back to London. I'm going to. I've got security. Going back to London, and I'm back where the fans love me. Do you know what I mean?
So is that the time where you two was playing together?
I was with Manny when just before he left the first time. Anyway, that's when I first signed. So COVID, I signed and then Manny left, and then obviously Manny came back.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So you were still because
I was still there.
I remember seeing him when I used to come. Watch
Yeah.
him.
So I was there with Manny. I still was there with Manny when Manny came back to Dagenham.
So then, what was the move to Hartlepool for then?
So then it was the last year of my contract. Going into last year of my contract, and then, like, clubs have a restructure as they do every so often, and they decided to cut the budget. So they wanted to get rid of a lot of, like, players on higher wages.
Yeah.
So I think it was like me, Paul McCallum, Angelo Balanta.
Yeah.
And I think we all had a year left, or maybe they had gone. I can't remember what their situation was.
Yeah.
I had a year left, and I remember saying and having a meeting with
Tomo?
No, the manager.
Gaffer?
What was the gaffer's name?
oh,
not
Da-
not Daryl McMahon.
Strevens.
Strevs.
Yeah.
I had a meeting with Strevs, and he was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, like, you got another year on your contract, and, like, obviously from the club point of view, they want to shift you on because financially, nothing personal to you,
Yeah.
but I like you as a player. Like, if you stay, you will play.
Yeah.
So, like, it's literally down to you. Like, I want you to know that I want you to be here, and I want you, but it's the club's decision to put you on the transfer list, etc. So then it's down to you. And for me, my whole thing, like, getting to what I was saying before, is that I want to be somewhere where I'm appreciated.
Yeah.
And that's always been a big thing for me and my mental. Like, I don't want to be somewhere where I'm tolerated. So I was going to stay, but then started pre-season. I had a few sniffs. So, like, York came in for me and then died down in the
I remember
last
that.
second.
Yeah, I remember that.
They burnt my bridge, man. I was hurt.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah. Like, it's negotiated everything, was waiting for the call. I weren't going to play in the last pre-season game or whenever it was. I was waiting for the call to literally go there and sign. And then I saw they signed someone else. I was just like, you were just toying with me, man. But that's football, innit? That's what happens, innit? That's football. So then York died down and Hartlepool came in literally a couple of days after.
Yeah.
and they literally said you got 24 hours to make a decision. Like if you wanna sign you on a 2-year deal. And I said, you know what, 2 years. I got a year left at Daggers, but you're offering me 2 years. That's 2 years of stability. You know what, like, let's do it.
Yeah. Did you enjoy Hartlepool?
I did. I really did. But we had 4 managers in 2 years. Yeah, 4. Is it even 5? 4 managers in 2 years. So there was a lot of change.
So you're consistently having to learn a new manager.
Yeah, and a new manager comes in with his own opinions and sign a couple of his own players and whatnot. So that kind of ended my stay there.
And then you went on loan to Maidenhead.
Yes.
Right, and that's where you're at now.
Yeah, and then signed permanent at the end of the season.
And as we said at the top of the conversation, things look like they're going well promotion wise potentially.
yeah. Maidenhead is an amazing club, you know.
Serious.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm here.
What do you enjoy about it?
No, honestly, you know, like all through my career, I always say like this club is a family club, like Dagenham's a family club. Maidenhead is another like a serious family club where the fans and the staff actually care about you. And that's not common in football. Like usually in football, when you're doing well, they love you, they're everything. But when you're not doing so well, you see the other side to them. But at Maidenhead, it's like one of the only clubs where I felt that even when things are not going particularly well, performance-wise or whatever, they're there for me.
Yeah,
like
that's
staff-wise, how they treat you. I've had clubs where at Cheltenham where if I had a bad performance, the manager's not talking to me that whole week. I'm saying morning.
I've been there.
Bro, it's crazy.
It's not talking to you.
It's not talking to you the whole week. It's not talking to you until you...
From a bad performance?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's normal. Well, it's not normal, but that happens.
You're feeling it in the air. But like at Maidenhead, the manager's still giving you the same, or the staff still treating you the same, regardless of how you're performing, if you're performing well or whatnot. If you're not doing so well, there's an arm around you actually asking, cool, how can we get things better? What can we help
do
you
to
with
help you
outside of football? Do you need some time off? Do you need this? Like, and then the fans, how they even treat you after bad performance, after relegation. Like last year when we got relegated, we gave everything in it. And they saw we gave everything, but they were not toxic. I've been at clubs when we're doing well and the fans are still toxic. Like, they were never toxic. They were rooting for us the whole time, like backing us. And yeah, like it's unbelievable. From the outside, I would have never thought over the years playing against Maidenhead that Maidenhead,
it'll be like that.
It will be like that
at
all. But it's really surprised me. Like big shout out to all the staff there, man, because
that's top.
Honestly,
that's top.
Even like side to this as well, I've had some personal stuff I might have mentioned to you that I've gone through outside of football. And I spoke to some of the staff members and how they treated me, unbelievable. Like top. Checking up on me. Do you need me to refer you to this? Do you need time off? Do you need that? Like, honestly, man, really good.
And that's what the power of football is.
Yeah.
When you have that, and that's why it's so important to, as you say, go where you're appreciated and not tolerated. Because if you potentially stay somewhere just because of the fact that the lifestyle looks good or it sounds good that you're at this place, you might miss out on a family that actually care about you.
100%. It's important to have good people around you, man, because it's not only going to help you, but it's going to help everyone around you and the team anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
that's big, man.
Yeah.
So we're at the end of the first half now, so that just kind of flown by. So what we're going to do is you'll do a quick break, and then we'll go into the second section of the podcast, which is the mental health and well-being side of things. All right, brother?
All right, sweet, man.
if you've listened to the first half and was triggered by anything, contact the numbers on the screen because we want to help you and we want you to get the help that you need.
Yes, everybody, we are back with the second half of the Tech Piece podcast. Manny enlightening us on so much, brother. Like, listen, the 45 minutes went quick, innit?
Yeah.
As we said, man, when we're on this podcast, it doesn't even feel like it's 45 minutes. It goes very quick. So we're on to the second half now. So we're at the mental health side of things. So a question that we always ask any of our guests is, what does mental health and well-being mean to you?
So your mental health is where you live, is where you spend the most of your time. So like your mental well-being is just where your mind is, how you see yourself, how you see the world, and yeah, your thoughts.
Yeah.
Say that's how I would describe it. Your thoughts.
And with regards to your mental well-being, how do you manage that at the moment?
I would say biggest is religion. So I'm a believer. I believe in God, and that's been my biggest thing that holds me down.
Yeah, that's
Being
big.
honest, it just keeps me on a level playing field where like life throws so many different things at you, but it's just to cling on to that to just keep you grounded.
Yeah. And I think it's one of those things as well where like I think we're very open in terms of like how we deal with ours.
Being
like,
saved and
like
yeah.
it's such an underrated blessing being able to just say, you know what, God, I haven't got this. Just take it and do what you need to do with it. I haven't got it. It's such an underrated blessing to be able to just shift what you're going through and just say somebody's there to take it away. Do you know what I mean? That's big. That's big. And let's get into the mental health side of things now. So I'll start with, because I wrote some things down, right? So the first thing I have to speak about is we started off with your dad not knowing about football and that feeling of not being able to, you were saying like, I can't wait, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the kit and everything like that. And you sort of had to suppress it because you couldn't even explain. Do you remember what that felt like in order to...
I think I would say I probably held a lot of resentment towards my dad,
Right.
growing up, because of the fact that I didn't feel supported. Where you would go to football and you'd see everyone with their parents there, like supporting their child, and even like one of my closest friends back then, who played on the same team and district team, Jerry Amu, his dad used to drop us to training. So picking us from Canada Water Station, taking us to football, but it's like my dad was never that dad that was supporting. So yeah, like I probably did hold a lot of resentment for him, like growing up, because I just thought I love this sport, I want to do this, and why don't you want to support me to do this?
So you never watched you play when you were younger?
No, the first game he came to watch me was when I was at Cheltenham.
Wow. And how old are you then?
20.
And you got signed at 12.
Yeah.
So what about your mum? Did she come to see you?
So my mum came to see me also when I was at Cheltenham, but she always supported me. So like my family, with support, it doesn't have to be physical, as in they don't have to necessarily, because I understand like they've worked really hard to give us a life that we have.
Yeah.
And like times where they had to work 2 jobs and etc. So they didn't really have the time to take off and say, oh, I'm going to take you to football, or I'm going to come and watch you play football. So when they did, they did. When they were able to, they did.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I always knew from when he gave me the blessing that I'm going to give you 110%. Like they supported me.
Yeah, yeah. That's tough though. That is tough to
deal with that.
At that young age to have to make decisions for yourself, grow up in football by yourself, even see your teammates' dads be there. And as I said, for me, your dad was just doing the best that he thought. So I don't blame his dad, because I said he's only the best that he's doing the best that he thought was for you, innit?
Yeah, of course.
So for me, it's still tough to deal with, but I definitely understand.
And he's probably seen so many people that said they're going to be footballers and make it as footballers and not make it and not have a plan B, not have a backup or anything like that. And
Sorry,
Go on.
I was just going to ask, if it's still about his dad, then you can go.
Yeah, I was going to say, so your dad's born in Nigeria.
Yes.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
because it's different.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's not.
100%.
It's
even
totally
harder.
different. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The stats in the UK is what 1% of players make it
Yeah.
professional and 0.1 play at the highest level.
Yeah.
So imagine your kid saying to you, "I'm going to be a footballer,"
Yeah.
and you grew up in Nigeria. Imagine the percentages there. It's probably
Exactly.
0.0.
Exactly.
So what's
Yeah.
the chances that you're going to believe that, bro? My kid's
Yeah.
going to be the kid to actually make it. You're going to be
Mm.
like, son, go to school, get a good
Yeah.
education,
Yeah.
look after your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back then, I obviously didn't understand. It's only until I got older to
Mm.
really recognize it.
And I think one of the things for me is that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like, was there ever a part of you that felt like, raw, like, I'm going through this with this manager that doesn't like me, going from under 21s to the 18s, he doesn't want to push me, and you didn't have that person to even speak to regarding it? Like, who did you speak to when you were going through that?
I honestly think I literally just went through it, Like if I had spoke to anyone, it would probably been JJ who scouted me and he was a coach at West Ham. If I did speak to anyone, but I think like I grew up very fast from a young age, like even like making my own way to training. My dad not being there was a blessing as well because I learned so much. Like I had to man up from a young age. I had to find my own way. So yeah, like I went through a bit of depression. That was the first ever time that I felt, right, am I even good enough to play football? Is this what I want to do? That's the first ever time in my life. But thank God I was able to change my mindset to, I want to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
So I remember like I got obsessed with quotes. So I used to have quotes all over my room. Every single day I woke up, it was like, there was a quote on my ceiling and it says, every day you wake up, you have two options. You either go back to bed and keep dreaming about your dreams, or you wake up and chase them.
Wow.
And that was what I woke up to every single day. And then I would have another quote there, being good isn't good enough. And then I'll have another quote, like, that was what kind of got me through it.
Yeah.
And I literally, like, it built that resilience in me that I'm going to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Like, he was saying, oh, like, pushing me to the 21s, pushing me to the 18s. And my whole stance for him was, I'm going to prove you wrong. I want to prove you wrong. But like, that was what it built up in me. But I had to go through that, I guess, depression or that stage where I questioned everything to then build up the strength and the courage to be like, yeah, like, I want to prove you wrong. I'm going to prove you wrong.
That must be difficult, though, man.
100%.
Not being able to talk to anyone like regarding that. Like, do you look back and think to yourself that, like, although you was able to get through it, nah, this was wrong. Like, this was out of order.
Now I look back, when I look back, yeah, definitely. But at the time, you just knuckle down, innit? And you just try and get through. But yeah, now I look back, I definitely think that, yeah, you shouldn't have been going through that. But at the same time, like, when you go through stuff, it builds resilience. Like, it builds character. It builds so much that that experience that you can't replace.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so.
You said something that I experienced when I was playing football. When the manager never used to speak to me. I had a manager when I was injured. He never used to speak to me, and I was young as well. And I was just like, I had to. Listen, the generation I come from is totally different to this generation. Mental health and well-being wasn't a thing. It was you're mentally weak.
Wow.
So for me, I'm similar to Manny. I'm just gonna prove you wrong, man. Like that's kind of the stance that I took as well. But it doesn't mean because we're strong enough to deal with it that it was right.
That was right. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And it does build resilience and it builds character, but still, like, being a young pro and a manager just not talking to you or that is, I was just thinking, man, this is mad. Like, just because a man had a bad game or I'm injured and you think I want to be injured?
Yeah.
Like, do you think I want to have a bad game?
Literally.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Can you lot see, or did you lot see, I should say, players that it did break in terms of that kind of tough?
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've seen players that ain't come back from certain things and the way that certain managers have treated them, I should say. Yeah, being released after that club and seeing them that they just stopped playing football. Yeah, I've seen loads. I've seen loads.
What about you?
Yeah, definitely. I would say so. There was a player that I was with at Cheltenham who had another year of his contract, and I think he just packed. He came alone from West Ham and just said, "You know what? Like, I don't want to do this anymore," and just quit and just went to standard office job and says, "You know what? Like, I can't. Like the mental, all of that stuff. I just can't handle it.
Yeah.
That I'm not enjoying football anymore, and my mental health is more important."
Wow.
So, yeah, like leaving.
Because I got to ask, like, how that, and it's gonna sound like a stupid question, but I'm trying to dig for the audience. How do you get to a place where you don't enjoy football anymore? Like you're playing, that you get to play, like you're getting paid to play.
I think it's more when you don't play.
Right.
I think that's what's tough. Like, if you know that, like you're training every day but you're not playing, like you're being exiled to the side, or you're not with the first team, go and train with the younger boys. That's what kind of, I think, affects people. Like, because if you're a footballer, you want to play football. So if you're not playing football and the manager's showing you, yo, like, you're not in my plans, that's what is tough to overcome. Some people can't come back from that.
Definitely. I would say, just to add on to that as well, I feel like as a footballer, the best memories I have of football, or the most fun that I've had, was actually playing football with my friends in school.
I say that all the time.
Which is the maddest thing. But when you turn pro, you realize that the football that you thought it was going to be, it's not the same thing. Football isn't pure as people think it is, where you're good enough so you play. Like, there's so much politics in football, and there is in other industries as well. Just saying.
Yeah, of course.
That takes away that love. Not even that love, because you still love it the same, but takes away the happiness. So when you're saying, how can you not enjoy playing football anymore? And the simple answer is because of politics. Because there's some people who play because they're on loan and in their contract they have to play. There's some people who are highest paid, who it doesn't financially make sense for the club to not pay them, so they have to play. There's so many other factors that come in that take away and as you said as well, injuries. But politics in football, I would say, is probably one of the biggest things that, like, take away and injuries and performances, but take away from you not actually enjoying the game, because it's not always about how good you are.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember, the reason why I asked that, because I remember when Paul McCallum, one of our first guests, I remember when he said that there was times where he'd be warming up and he'd be saying, "Please don't put me on. Please don't put me on. Please don't put me on." And I'm like, wow, like, to get to that space there where you don't want to play, like, it must be deep.
Because you're getting judged, isn't it? Like, you're basically you're if you're not mentally strong enough, and you're scared of what someone may say, it's gonna affect you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you can play, like, I used to be not like that, but I used to be nervous every game. Every single game I played, as soon as I started the game, the nerves would go. But up until the kickoff, I was nervous, thinking, "Oh man, I've got to play good today, or got to score, or get assist today." Like, I just overthinking, just overthinking everything. Yeah. Then when the game starts, you just forget, you just play. But if you overthink and you start thinking all these things and thinking about all the bad things, then it can affect you, your performance. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then if them bad things come to fruition, what's gonna happen the next game?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I've just played bad. Oh my God. I hope I don't play bad again, man. Like, I need to play good today. And it's a domino effect. Unless you break that cycle of the way you think, or of them performances, you're gonna always be thinking of the negatives, not the positives. Do you know what I mean?
So we spoke about, you had, like, for example, 2 family clubs. There could have been more, but the ones that we spoke about was like Dagenham and Maidenhead. Was you ever at a club where you was like, and you don't have to name the club specifically, but like where you felt like, "Rah, this is quite toxic. This is quite bad," like fans wise and the crowd wise? And
honestly, I've actually been blessed that I haven't,
That's good.
Because if I started from Cheltenham quickly to run a list,
Yeah.
the fans loved me and they showed me so much love from when I signed there. So that was a good spell. Rotherham, I never really got to know the fans because I didn't really play.
Yeah.
Dagenham, they showed me so much love. Scunthorpe showed me so much love.
Yep.
Hartlepool showed me a lot of love, like to start off when I was playing to start off with. And yeah, so did, who's the last one? Maidenhead. Yeah. So like,
So
I've been fortunate enough to not have a toxic club that's towards me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we go back to now, when you mentioned that you dropped down to Cheltenham and you thought that you could have stayed a lot higher, you kind of had a little arrogance about you. What was your mindset with that? Like, how did you deal with dropping down?
When I went on loan to them, so even when I signed to Brentford, I thought I'm coming from a big West Ham, I'm coming from a Premier League team, I'm going to walk into the Championship club, like I'm going to play for them, because I thought I wanted to play for West Ham anyway. Like when you're young, you just have to, because you're training with them week in, week out, and you're coping in training, you think, if I can cope in training, I can play in the game, but obviously it's different. So then when I went to Brentford, I thought, yeah, I should be playing in the Champ, I should be playing with them. When I went to Cheltenham in League Two, I'm just like, bro, I should be in the Champ with Brentford. Like, I need to show these guys that I am way better than League Two level. So yeah, like that was just my mindset.
Yeah.
And in a way, it helped my performance, but obviously it's quite arrogant and it's not really the best mindset to have. But every time I stepped on that pitch, I was just like, I'm the best player on this pitch and I'm going to show you I'm the best player.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's confidence, innit? Like sometimes, obviously, there's a thin line between arrogance and confidence, but believing you're the best, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I like confident players. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because they drive everyone else on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And did you have to kind of like, you might not have to, but did you have to motivate yourself to kind of play and drop down, or was it just always in you just to be the best? Really?
Literally be the best. Like I always have a point to prove, and that's how I've always felt. Like I want to show you that I'm the best. I want to prove to you that I'm the best. So
yeah,
that was what my mindset was. So when I completed when I thought I completed League Two, I'm just like, yeah, I've proved that I'm good enough. I played against the higher teams, we beat them, the Carlisles or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, let me go on to the next stage to prove to you that I'm good enough to play in League One.
I got a question, Manny, because I know how I felt, so I want to know how you felt. So you see, like when your contract's coming to an end, yeah, how do you feel with that, knowing that you've got responsibilities, and do you like
now or before?
Both. Like, how did you feel? How do you feel? Like, how do you feel that? Oh, like, was you nervous? Was you scared? Like, how did that feel? Like, because most players contracts come to end. They never just get renewed. So I know how I felt. Like when I'm coming to an end of a contract and I know that I've got responsibilities, kids and mortgages and things to do, I know how I feel like that. How did you feel when you were younger, and how do you feel now?
So if I go back to when I was younger, when I signed for Brentford, I got not sold a dream, but they said to me, "You're going to be the fourth centre half." As part of the first team, even though you're a B team player. I got injured for 6 months. So then when I came back from injury, they signed someone else. So I was no longer fourth.
Yeah.
I then had 6 months left on my contract. So I literally was in the meeting room with the head of recruitment at the time. And he said to me, "You're going out on loan to League Two. You've got 6 months left on your contract. If you don't do well, you're done." Like that, straightforward. And for me, like I took it as a man. I was just like, all right, thank you. Like I'm gonna prove myself, sort of thing. So then I had no responsibilities. I'm young, so I was just raring to go. So I was like, yeah, cool, let's do it, let's go. When I moved on to my career after that, luckily enough, I was always signing contracts before they ended. So like at Dagenham, I had a year left. I would sign another 2 year. Somewhere else, I was coming to my last 2 months. When I was at Scunthorpe, I signed a 2.5 year back to Dagenham. So I was always signing contracts in advance. This year just gone, when I left Hartlepool, was the first ever time that I ran my contract to the end and I didn't have another contract for the next year. And it was stressful. It was really, really stressful. Like coming into the last 6 months, and my contract was messed up, so it finished at the end of the season rather than the 31st of June, which it usually finishes.
Yeah,
for the rest.
52 weeks normally.
52 weeks,
Yeah.
So I went 3 months in this off season with no pay, and I had, that was the first ever time that's happened to me in my career. I've heard a lot of people's gone through that, but it's first ever time. It was a big shock to me. I had all my outgoings, I had my mortgages, I got my son, I got all of this. So it was a real reality check. Like, whoa, like, yeah. So that was tough. But usually I haven't been stressed about it because I usually get re-signed quickly. But this was the first year where I was stressed, if I'm being honest. I was like, whoa, how am I going to sort out all of my bills and get through it? And thank God I did, man.
Did that ever what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of cloud your judgment in terms of the decisions that you could potentially have made in terms of club? Like, did you start thinking like, do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? That area is not that bad. Maybe I'll just go there. Like, do you know what I mean? Because you needed to pay bills. Do you know what I mean? Like, did you ever think like that? Or
this off season just gone?
Yeah.
Like Morecambe came in for me, and I was just like, I said to myself, I'm not going back up north. But can I go back to Morecambe?
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Can
I go back?
Yeah.
Hey, the Morecambe's not that bad, you know.
You got to the wife as well. Baby,
It's sunny down there.
Yeah.
It's not that cold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, man. That's how bad it got. But, nah. Yeah, I was like, nah, man. It did cloud my judgment, but I was just able to stay firm, and really and truly, like, Maidenhead made it clear to me they wanted me to sign from when the season finished. So it's almost like I was wasting my own time.
Right, okay.
So if I would have signed with them end of the season, I would have gone the whole off season getting paid.
Yeah.
But I thought, you know what, like, let me wait out to see for better options.
Yeah.
And that was just dragging. There was a club that was interested who were just dragging their heels a bit. You might remember who I told you.
Yeah.
They were dragging their heels a bit. So then I just said, you know what, like, I'm gonna go somewhere I'm appreciated, man. Like, they showed me so much love there, so I ended up signing for Maidenhead. I thought, like.
Have you both been like privy to professional friends and stuff like that? Like, they've come to you at a point where it's like, I've got no club, and like they confide in. How have you dealt with that in terms of, like, because you obviously, for you guys, it seems like you've obviously been able to get contracts, but when you're dealing with ones that don't, like, what is that feeling like seeing your friends come to you?
It's tough, you know. Like, they say every year there's more people out of contract. So like, every year the amount of people that comes out of contract is more and more. So if this year was 2,000, next year is going to be 2,100. Like, there's always more and more because there's more people like coming through, young players, whatever. So I understand that it's hard out there. It's hard. Like, I've been in the position, and I know people that's been in the position as well, and it's not only getting a contract, it's getting a contract that you want. Some people have to get contracts they don't even want because they got to pay their bills, or they have to sign places they don't really want to sign because they got family to support and stuff like that. So I know loads. I've got loads of friends that obviously come to me for advice in what to do and if they should sign here or should they wait, or the loads of different loads of friends have come to me, and people's come to me for advice. So it happens every year, trust me. So it's out when if you're out of contract in the summer, it can get crazy. It can get crazy.
It's almost like it just feels normal to us now. That, like, you can be on a contract for over 100K a year, and then it just goes like that. And now you're out of contract and you got all your bills, all your outgoings. How are you gonna survive? But it's just like, it's just normal. When a friend comes and says to us, "Oh, like, I'm out of contract," like, it's just normal. Do you
100%, because so many of people are.
Yeah.
And
It's not.
you said something there. You said something about the money, like, and that's what I'm saying. You're not even guaranteed to get the same money. You might get 50% wage cut. You might get more than 50.
Yeah.
So then what do you do then?
Yeah.
So then, like, let's say, for example, you're looking for the Morecambe situation.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have to take into consideration, obviously, your family and uprooting the family to Morecambe
Yeah.
and those sort of conversations there that they had to be
Literally, because my son's in reception, and I was just like, I'm not gonna take him all the way up there. I've been up north already without any family support, and it's tough. Like not having her parents or my parents to help out with him. It's so tough, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that again.
I'll give you another one. What if the only club that wants you is up north?
and that's this. Like, what do you do? Because what do you do?
You have to go.
You either have to go or you gotta wait. That's the only two options you have.
Yeah.
Like, you go to take the club up north, or you wait and hope that there's movement and someone comes in for you.
Are there a lot of players that you guys know that they've had to take a contract like up north, let's say, if they lived in London, and they're consistently just traveling back and forth because they don't want to. They don't want to.
That's normal as well.
Yeah.
Some. Correct me if I'm wrong, Manny. Some players don't even make their families go up there.
Yeah.
They all just go up there and come back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Because, as you said, Manny's son's in reception. You think everyone's going to take their son out of school? So some people leave like their wife and their kids down, and they're traveling up and down every week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's mad.
Yeah.
Even
That's normal as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
And that's Even one of my friends, he moved to a team in another country, and he couldn't turn down the offer because it was a really good offer. But he's just flying back and forth each week to see his kids. Flying back and forth each week, like without fail, to see his kids, rather than moving them to a different country.
So when you're playing for contracts, it's just it's mad.
Yeah,
it's actually mad. And then you've got some managers that will say to you, "Well, what, you trying to hold me to ransom?" What? And now you're just like looking back at you, like, I'm just trying to find out what my options are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with that scenario in itself, what did that feel? Did that feel kind of like a kick in the teeth, especially when you was like in a good place? Like,
yeah, I thought so, because like the fans really liked me there. I was doing well there. Like everything was positive. I wouldn't have gone and knocked on his door if I thought there's a chance that you're going to release me. Do you get what I'm saying? I've obviously done it because I thought, I'm doing well, I'm getting interest and everything. So I was just like, whoa, I'm putting my body on the line week in, week out for you, and you can't give me some sort of inkling. But at the same time, I do get it, because we were just above the relegation zone, so the club didn't know what his future was. Yeah. If it was going to get relegated or not. So they're thinking, if we get relegated, we might not keep you on. Yeah. But if we do, then we might have the budget to keep you on. So I don't know. But for me, you're thinking about your budget and your life. I need to think about mine.
Yeah, 100%.
So hey, I need to look after myself and my family. So that was.
And you know what it is in football? This is what people don't understand about football. In normal jobs, if nothing don't happen, you probably can have that job forever. Yeah. There's no time limit. Yeah, there's no contract. You're just at that job. Yeah. Football is on average a 2-year job. Even getting a mortgage is hard. You have to show like that you can pay the mortgage. You can't. You think we can just go and get a mortgage? It's impossible.
That's a very good point.
You can't, because they're saying after this 2-year contract, how are you paying your mortgage?
Literally.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Yeah. It's not as easy as.
And is it like similar to when like they ask us for like years worth of employment or something like that? 3 years. So
you have to show. Yeah.
So if you've moved clubs every year, you've got to put down the whole. Every year.
You have to. A footballer's mortgage is not like other people's, because, as I said, you might even have a 5-year contract. But how are you paying the contract? How are you paying your mortgage after the 5 years?
So
do you know what I'm saying?
So wait. This is mad, because I didn't even think about this, but like, you automatically, I think when you're naive, you maybe just think, oh, footballers get paid, they can get a house, they can buy this and that. But a mortgage is not as straightforward as it seems.
No,
it's not.
It's not.
Because remember, if you're in a normal job, you're just employed, innit?
Yeah, of course.
So there's no time limit to how long you have that job. There has to be something drastic to happen for you to get sacked or whatever. In a footballer's career, it's, as I said, on average, it's probably 2-year contract. So after the mortgage probably advisors or the bank wants to know, after them 2 years, how are you paying this mortgage?
They even ask you as well, what are you doing after football?
Yeah, so if you've got any qualifications or coaching on, they ask you other
your
stuff.
retirement age is
35.
35.
Yeah.
And your mortgage is what, 25 years. So your mortgage is still going to go on after you retire from football. So they ask you, what are your plans for life after football? So I'm just like, I'm going to be a teacher. I'm going to...
Yeah. I remember
like...
I had to send in my my coaching badges, my certificates to get my mortgage. Yeah, I had to. I remember because obviously I got my badges, so I said I'm a footballer, but this is what I do as well. Do you know what I mean? Because then they're like, okay, cool. At least we know that you're doing something else other than just playing football.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? This is blowing my mind, and I know for some people listening, they must be thinking, "What's wrong with this youth?" But you don't. I didn't think about that because obviously a mortgage is like you it's years, isn't it? You're a footballer now. How do you pay it up? Yeah, you're a football. Yeah, it's like you said, like for us civilians, normal civilians, we're just going to work and we don't have a contract. You know what I mean? Like we just. That's actually mad.
Yeah.
So have you guys been like refused certain things because of being a footballer?
Go on, man. What would you say?
Wasn't in terms of like mortgages.
Yeah, or like leasing deals or anything like
I
that.
would just say car insurance is just stupid amounts. Like because you're a footballer, it's extortionate. Like I got quoted on my A5 was like $4,000 or something like that. At 20. How am I going to be paying $4,000 a year for insurance? That was what $350 a month. I was like, nah, man, I can't pay that. So I think I had to get a box or something to.
Oh, like the telematic ones.
Yeah.
I've found it difficult to get mortgages at times. Not at times like when I was getting my house. Because obviously, I think I was getting the mortgage when I had 6 months left on my contract.
Right, okay.
So it's harder when you got less time.
Yeah.
When you got more time, it's easier.
Yeah.
So, but I ended up getting it, as I said, coaching and other stuff. But that was like a lot of mortgages wasn't even giving me the time of the day to even like get it or have a conversation. So
let's go back now a bit now. So the conversations, once again, we shout out Peter Taylor, but like, do you remember how you felt at that moment before then when you had to drop down and you was just like, am I even good enough? Like what was that like?
It was tough. It was tough because I was questioning everything. And that was the second time in my career I'd had that. So my first time being West Ham when that happened. So it felt like it was an episode of that all over again. But this time I was far away from home. I was living in Rotherham. I was by myself, away from my friends and family. I remember like my girl would come up and see me, and like my friends are like, "Oh, when you come down to London, I just wanted to isolate myself." And she would be like, "Come back to her family home with her." I'm just like, "Nah, I just want to like be here by myself." So she would come up, spend time with me, go back to London, come up, spend time with me, just so I'm not by myself. But yeah, it was tough. It was tough.
Did you have because some of the stuff that we've spoken to with some of the players that have come on, they spoke about the trying to avoid people with the questions of like, what's going on, you playing or you didn't play, and having to maybe say that you're injured or you're not playing. What was did you deal with that a lot?
That was the worst question I used to get all the time because I went from playing all the time to that. Like previously I was on the bench for West Ham and then next thing I'm at Brentford and da. So then I'm at Rotherham now. Everyone's expecting, League One, you need to be playing. Oh, what's going on? Why are you not playing? I don't know. Ask the manager why I'm not playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just started airing messages. Are you injured? No, I'm not injured. I'm just not getting into the team.
Yeah.
Like, what are you? You're not doing well in training. Like, what are you not? Bro, I'm
Can't
just
read the room.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not getting into the team. Like, it's not on me. So I just used to just avoid. Like, I don't want to chat about football. When I used to go to my girlfriend's family home, and like her dad loves football in it, and he's one of my biggest supporters. But I'm just like, I don't want to speak about football.
Yeah,
I feel like a football fan. It's hard to hear that. Anyway, I'm just like,
yeah.
I just don't want to chat about football.
Yeah.
We have to have no football weekends where I don't even want to watch football. I just don't want to. Yeah.
And what was your at that time? What was your? Did you because you was away from your parents, obviously? How was your relationship with them? Did you speak to them much or?
So like with my dad, he just thought like you're not doing well. Like there's something you're not like. For him, it's black and white in football. If you're good and you're doing, you play. But obviously, being in football, you know it's not like that. And there's more to it. So he just like, oh, you need to go harder. You need to knuckle down. You need to do this. So he's not someone that I could really speak to. Like when I would come down to London to spend some time, he would be like, he was quite militant. So he's just like, why are you coming down to London, son? You got a job to do. Like, this is sacrifices that you need to make as a man. You need to go there and get it. So you need to go back up north and do what you need to do. You don't need to come back to London. But I'm rarely even coming down to London. So like he's just got that militant stance. But obviously I understand why he's doing it. But back then I'm just like, bruh, like
I'm going through something. I'm going through something.
I'm down already. Like I'm going through it. But yeah, that was just my mom's just loving, innit? That's just mother nature, innit? That's just how she is. So like family wise, my brother would check up on me. My brothers would check up on me. But yeah, like I would just give them the standard, like I don't know what's going on. Like,
Did you ever reach out to anybody, like friends wise or players? Like, did you ever reach out, or did you just because you seem to be just very resilient to just keep on going by yourself?
A couple of friends actually did come up and see me. Like, wait, you want to shout them out?
It's up to you. You can if you want.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
Yeah. Wes, Chris, AK, they come up to see me during that time. So that was good. I would say I probably show them a bit. I didn't fully show them, but I probably showed them like, yeah, like I'm going through it. So like they will come up, spend some time with me, go back down. Wes plays football as well, so he's
Big up
on
Wes.
similar.
Big up Wes.
Yeah, he's on similar schedule, so he didn't have as much free time. But like my girl was probably the biggest one, and also in that period, I found myself like trying to replace, because I was probably on the most money I've ever been at when I signed for them. So like I was trying to buy stuff to replace that. You know what I'm saying? To replace that feeling, and it just wasn't working. So then I said, you know what? Like, I would go to church on a Sunday, and I would feel good. Like, God, I'm chatting about, I'm spending time in the Word, and then on Monday I'm back into the world again, just feeling depressed, feeling down. So I said to myself, you know what? Like, I need to go to church on a Wednesday. So I'd go to church on a Sunday, feel good, come back down on a Monday, Tuesday, and then go to church on a Wednesday, feel good again. And I just said, like, I just need more, man. Like, I need more because from day to day, I'm still struggling. And funnily enough, like a year later or 2 years, that's when I joined Ballers in God.
Yes,
and that was like the biggest
blessing. Yeah.
Biggest blessing, man. Changed the course of my life, chatting about God day in, day out. And I just felt that constant peace all through the week, not just one day up, down, up, down.
Right.
So,
Big up Ballers in God, man.
yeah, honestly.
Definitely.
Dope platform. That's a dope platform. And so you've gone from that, and then that message from Peter Taylor that you've got. I can only imagine now how much that you needed that in order for you to get back to where you needed to get to.
Massive, man. I wish I still had my phone with that message. Yeah. My old phone. I wish, it was so good.
Was it unexpected?
Yeah, it was unexpected. I think we beat Harrogate, might have been like 3-0 or something, and they were like top of the league, and we were bottom. Like Dagenham was struggling, trying to fight relegation.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And so it was like out of nowhere. And he sent me like it was so deep, just really appreciating me and saying like, you're a hell of a player. Like I can't remember how he worded it. It was something like, you're a heck of a player. And it's like no one in my career has never really like bigged me up like that in my professional career anyway. Yeah. I was like, bro, like you think of me like that? Yeah. Like, this is the same Manny that a few months ago was thinking like, am I gonna quit? Not am I gonna quit, but like, is this even for me? Am I even good enough to play? I was like, rah, like you're telling me this? I was like, wow, man.
Did you ever think about like the fact that he was also in like the England setup as well, coming from him specifically, kind of just giving you that lift?
Exactly. So like, I had it from fans. Fans show you love, and like players might be like, "Oh, well done." But to come from a manager of his stature,
Yeah.
I think that's why it probably meant a lot as well.
Yeah.
Like he weren't just a nobody. This is like
Yeah.
Peter Taylor was telling me, "Raw like Manny." Da, 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 da. So I was like, "Okay."
I think it just
That
goes to
really
show.
lifted me, man.
I think it just goes to show what words can do to a
100%.
person. Do you know what I mean? As
100%.
in the footballing industry, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like,
Being nice, like as I said, like. But I always say this: the best managers know when to be stern and know when to put their arm around you.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
truth.
You-
Like,
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
no, that's what I was saying. Like, you not everyone can be treated the same, innit? And I said the best managers will treat people differently in the ways they need to be treated.
I was gonna ask because we're coming towards the end. It's wrapping up. It's gone so quick. But I was gonna ask. I had to ask about York and how you felt about that. Like, did that affect you anything? Was you excited about something specific? With that?
I was excited about it for several different reasons. So it lined up nicely. So York is like probably half an hour away from Doncaster. I had lived in Doncaster for a couple of years before that.
Yeah.
So I had a property in Doncaster already. So I was already tying up so many dots. Like,
Yeah.
because I got my property investment that I'm doing.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to go back up north because I wanted to keep that going. I wanted to purchase another property. I want to be up there doing all of these things. So when York came in, and York are a good club, like big club, on a good budget, I was like, yes, like this makes so much sense. Half an hour from where I think my agent said to them about, they said to my agent, where was Manny living when he was at Scunthorpe? And he said, Doncaster. Does he still have the house that he had? Yes. And they were like, perfect. Get what I'm saying? So it makes sense. So they're thinking, okay, we don't have to pay for relocation or whatever it is.
So just yeah.
So he's got a place there already. So I was just like, yes, it makes sense. And I want to purchase more properties in Doncaster anyway.
Yeah.
So it just lined up very nicely. I was like, yeah, let's do it.
It just didn't come to fruition, unfortunately.
Yeah, so they negotiated. We agreed on terms verbally. My agent sent through all the figures and everything. I said, yeah, this is good to go. They spoke to Dagenham and got a reference from the manager from Strevs, gave me a good reference, whatever. So they was like, yeah, Strevs pulled me off the train and said, York has spoken to me. Do you want to play in the game tomorrow? So you don't want to risk injury to collapse the door. I was just like, let's just see what they say. So then they literally messaged my agent saying, we've got a meeting now. We'll finalize everything after the meeting. The meeting finishes. I look on my phone and I see that York City have just signed Callum Howe.
Yeah.
The captain from Solihull. And I was just like,
Did you just know then that you
I
wasn't
just
gonna
knew.
be
Because
okay?
prior to that, they signed Tyler Cordner, innit?
Yeah.
So they said
2 centre backs. Yeah.
2 centre backs, but they were saying they play 3 at the back. They want him on the left or me in the middle. Like they had the whole spiel, man. They said everything. So when they signed him, I was just like, yeah. And I sent the screenshot to my agent, and my agent was just like, oh wow, they've done us like this. And
Why do clubs do that though? What is
Because
what's the main?
because
Yeah,
just
go on.
sorry, because they've got every club does it because they have a number 1, a number 2, a number 3.
yes.
So if they don't get the number 1, they're going for the number 2. If they're not going for the number 2, they're going for the number 3. So that's why clubs do it, like because they want to have their options. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even the Prem clubs do it all the time as well. Every club does it.
Every club does it.
Yeah,
They
because
have to.
because just in case you don't get.
So you sell the dream.
No.
Just in
Okay,
case.
I'll give you an
Sometimes they
example.
let you know.
I was gonna say, I'll give you an example. If Arsenal and Everton are fighting over the same winger, and the winger goes to Arsenal, so Everton's got to look for another winger.
Yeah.
So they have to have a list of.
Cheers. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
I
trying to say?
know, yeah.
Like to fulfill the
But I'm just
position.
thinking it goes so deep. Like you've gone into like the whereabouts of where he lives and stuff like that. Like
They have to do it.
Yeah, that was the part that sucked me in where I thought I was number
Because
one.
this is why, like, I see me,
yeah,
unless that deal is on the table, I'm not believing. I need
Yeah.
to be signing it.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say to me.
Facts.
I need to sign that deal. Until I'm signed, it doesn't mean a thing.
Literally.
wow. Listen, Manny, thank you so much for coming on, bro. You've opened my eyes to a lot. Certain things I didn't think about. That mortgage thing has blown my mind. I'll be real with you, because I'm just thinking footballers. Of course, you're good for the money. You got peas, but they're not.
Exactly.
No one's looking at that. But the last question we want to ask you before we go into a game is, we always ask all our guests, what advice would you give to anybody that's struggling?
I would definitely say reach out to trusted people around you or community that you can trust, that you can actually speak to. I would say that's one of the biggest things that I didn't necessarily do both times when I was depressed and I was going through it. And thank God that I was connected with a community called Ballers in God a couple of years later who helped me massively. And I was just I wish I had this sooner.
Wicked.
So definitely, if you're struggling, if you're going through something, if it's someone that's trusted or community, definitely reach out, man. Because honestly, we're all going through stuff.
100%.
And the sooner you can reach out to someone and actually understand that someone else might be going through what you're going through and has some piece of advice that can help you or could guide you in the right direction, it helps, man. Definitely helps.
Community is so important, and as Manny said, if you are struggling, find somebody, reach out to them. There's a lot of different ways that you can reach out to people through our platform. We've got our website that will tell you that. We've got some local links as well. If you are struggling or need any advice or anything like that, you can also DM us and we can see what we can do in terms of pointing you in the right direction. I know I always say it at any time that we get the chance to say it, but we'd rather hear your problems thousands of times rather than attend your funeral once. So make sure that you do speak to somebody and make sure you actually get that support that you do need. So we're going to go into a quick game. But before we do that, while I get that sorted, Benny, do you want to talk about the stuff that you do outside of there with the properties and mentoring? Okay. Yeah, so while I get that sorted.
All right, cool. So outside of football, I currently invest in properties up north, and I currently invest in properties up north, and I also find deals for people to invest in also. Because I've studied the area. I lived up north for 4 years of my life, so I studied the area, so I know a bit about there. So I find property deals for people who live in London and who can't obviously make the trip up north to find properties themselves. And also on the side of that, I do mentoring and coaching. I mentor for the LFE, which is the League Football Education. So I go around to professional clubs in the Football League. 5 currently this season. I'm mentoring their youth teams in terms of personal development, so they're not just tying their self-worth to football, understanding that they are important and there is more to life than football, but also trying to help them, to show them transferable skills that football gives you and you can use it in the real world also.
Oh, that's top, man.
And
top.
You're the right man for that, because when you think of your journey,
of course, 100%.
he's definitely the right man for that.
Thank you. And the last thing that I got my own platform, my own program that I've started called Mind Over Matter, which is mentoring and coaching, which is just about resilience and overcoming challenges. Yeah.
No, top.
Where can we find that?
Yeah.
Instagram.
Instagram.
And it's Mind Over Matter, yeah?
Yeah, Mind Over Matter, mentoring and coaching.
That's big.
Top.
That's big.
Definitely needed.
100%. Right, so Manny, the aim of the game is this. So
I don't want you to say I'm cheating, so...
you're good. I just got to remember to show the camera. Right, so basically what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a few players. However, the players that I'm going to show you, their names are going to be missing the vowels. Okay. So all you're going to have is the continents. Is it called continents?
Continents, yeah.
Continents. Has it already got the continents, right?
Consonants.
Yeah. See? Oh, is it?
I thought it was continent. It's consonant. Oh, okay. Big up, Julius. Give us.
Continents is like
parts of the world.
Yeah. This is bad. Yeah, but this is why me and you are supposed to be, bro. Because we've been going around telling people continent. Right, but
sorry.
The thing with this one is, this is gonna be players that you guys have played with together at Dagenham.
Oh my God.
Yeah?
Okay.
So I'm hoping Now, I've done my research and I've made sure it's players that you've been played in the same season that you guys were there when I
Okay.
saw you.
Yeah.
So you should be able to get these, right? So I'll start with the first one. So once again, there's no vowels, just the ones that are not vowels, just to make
Okay.
sure I say it right.
Okay.
All right. So the first player is... Show the camera first. And then
Oh,
show-
okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the first one. Cool. That should be quite
Say if you don't
straightforward.
spell his name right.
No. That don't matter. You can
Nah, you're
just.
good.
Yeah, you're good. Because I'm not spelling it right either.
And there's going to be one that's going to throw you off. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Got that one?
How much we doing?
5.
Okay.
You got that one, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Next one.
What? Oh, yeah.
What?
I was thinking, what? Who's that?
All right. Next one.
This could be a tie, you know.
Yeah, I reckon.
Unless there's one that. What? Okay, I've got that.
What?
I've got that.
Wait, let's see it again.
I've got that.
Right. Done with that one?
Did you get that one?
Nah.
Okay.
I think I've got that one.
Yeah.
I think I've got that
Hold
one.
it. You better hold it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Not gonna lie.
Because the last time I did this, yeah. What? Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And last one.
Need to get this one. I think I've got all of them. It just all depends on that. Number 3.
Number 3 is throwing me.
Okay, yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna quickly check something because this is nuts. Right. So if you'd like to put your boards down, please.
Yeah.
Right.
What's nuts? Yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
I knew who
Okay,
it was. I knew
right.
who it was. I knew who it was.
Okay. Cool.
I knew who it was.
Right. So number 1, yeah, we had Inni.
Inni
Yeah.
Effion.
Yeah.
Big up Inni.
Right. Number 2, who did you guys put?
Mo Sagat.
Mo Sagat,
Right.
Mohamed
Wait.
Sagat.
I don't. Right. This
Mohamed.
is nuts. Yeah. Okay. You put Mohammed. Yeah. All right. I
Oh,
just
you
need
put
to-
Mo?
Yeah, same
Yeah,
thing
same
though.
thing.
Nah,
Same thing.
nah.
It's fine.
It's same thing. It's same thing.
It's fine.
Mo, we call him Mo.
Nah, you know the second one, I was thinking, I mean the third one, I was thinking there's no way it's gonna...
I
Nah.
saw that. Yeah. How
Do
can
you know
not?
why I threw you off? Do you know why I threw you both off?
Why?
Because what I didn't want to do is didn't want to do Manny,
Yeah.
right? I wanted to do your first. I wanted to do Emmanuel.
Honestly, I was
Yeah.
thinking there's no way it's gonna be me.
Bro, I
thinking,
knew
who else
it
is
was
called
you.
Emmanuel?
I've got it.
I was thinking of
I
Manuel
knew it.
I was thinking.
Lanzini,
Hold on,
West
wait.
Ham.
How did he not get that?
I've got it.
But I
told
didn't
you
want
It's
to.
I've
gonna
got
be me.
But yeah.
So
Okay.
Mo
But-
Sagat.
Nah, but he said we both played with. You
Yeah.
played with me. I ain't played with me.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you know
That's
these
why-
man here.
Listen, I
These
knew
man
it.
here.
That's why, bro. That's what I was thinking.
Genius, is that a
I
VAR?
got
got
the
to another
point.
one.
Is that a
He's got
VAR?
another
Is that a VAR,
that-
Genius?
How can you not know his own name?
No.
Nah, bro. No.
played
You
with
have to
him.
know your name, huh?
Deep.
Technically right, and being technically right is the best kind of right.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is-
I was thinking about Manuel Lanzini from West Ham. I was thinking, you ain't played with Manuel Lanzini. Who else is
That's
Manuel?
your name, bro. I knew it was
I've not played with me though. He's played with me.
Is it VAR? Is it
Yeah,
VAR?
it has to be.
No,
Has
bruv.
to be.
Okay, the fourth one you put.
Angelo Balanta.
Yeah.
And
Angelo
then
Balanta.
And then, the last one.
Harry Phipps.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, you
Judas,
got.
what we said?
I got
What
5 out of 5. That's all I know.
Have to.
I got
That's what
5
we
out of
said.
5.
Have to.
Unless you want to do a tiebreaker.
Why should I? I got it right.
Nah, deep it. You have to.
Alright,
You
let's
said
do it.
you
I don't know.
don't play with. That's what threw me off.
Do it.
Okay.
But don't do one that we've played with though.
All right, now I'll just do some. I'll do something completely different. Like,
Yeah.
So I'll just do. You know, what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna find a non-league legend.
That's gonna be tough.
Actually, no. I'll just do a normal.
Player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2000s. Or,
Yeah. That's
2000s
the whatever. Yeah.
work?
Yeah. I don't mind. Yeah.
Or 2010s. That's
Tens, because
Yeah.
Manny's younger than me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Young. I'll take that. I'll take
No, you're
that.
younger
I'm
than me,
young.
innit? You're younger than me,
Yeah,
so
I'll
you
take it,
won't.
bro. I'll
The
take it.
2000s, you might know, but I'll probably be better than you at that. So 2010s, it's more even.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 3 on there,
Yeah.
Mm.
and I want the person to name me them the quickest, because rather than it being a thing of where
Do I have to write them down? Or can I
you
just
gotta
say it?
call their names, call
Okay.
their names, and I want it straight away. I'm not gonna do no thing of where it's like I'm gonna give you time.
Mm.
All right. So it's not a writing thing.
That's not a writing thing.
Okay, cool.
Fastest. You have to shout your name first.
So the first and all of them, or
Shout
just
your name first, and then you got to tell all of them.
Okay.
That makes
okay,
sense.
okay.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So you got to know all of them,
All right.
all 3.
Manny.
Oh, that was the same.
You said Messi.
I said Wesley. I said Wesley.
I didn't hear
I
that.
said Wesley.
I heard that.
Go, let him go. Let him go.
Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
That was easy.
That was easy, but
I feel bad because you know what?
no, but it's calm. It's calm. It's calm. I'm the true winner. I got 5 out of 5.
VAR moments. Manny, thank you for coming on, brother.
Oh, thank you guys
really
for having me,
appreciate
man.
you coming on, man. And bro, keep
Thank
doing what you're doing. And I'm proud of you, man. I'm genuinely proud of you because there's a lot of stuff that you've gone through that if you don't have the resilience, and if you don't have that kind of sense of belief within yourself, you don't get through. And you know what? I'm grateful that you held on to your faith within all of this, because there's a lot of times where things go wrong and we start questioning whether God's there. Do you know what I mean? So shout out you for continuing to believe. And yeah, man.
Thank you,
Much
man.
more to
Thank
come
God.
from you, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man. It was top episode, man. Definitely.
Another top episode.
Got to keep going, but as I said, end of the season, don't play too well. You know?
Yeah. Do you know what?
Trust
We're
me.
gonna have to have that conversation
Yeah,
still.
don't
We're going to
play
bring it
too
back
well,
on. We have
Carl.
to bring it back on.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
a special
likewise.
guest. Yeah, let's do that. A little
Come on.
Instagram live.
Yeah.
I'm Kerry Phillips,
I'm Miles Weston.
and this is the Set Piece Podcast.
If you've been affected by anything discussed in this episode, we encourage you to seek support. Visit our mental health resources page at www.thesetpiecepodcast.com for help, guidance, and more information. Because when it comes to mental health, every mind deserves extra time.